Hello and welcome, as it is the 20th day of November 2020. It is a Friday. This is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, of the like, within each his own risk, their own reward. For myself, risk reward management is always job number one. And for this, we're going to go over trend line analyses. And there's three different trends or uptrend lines that I'm going to be focusing on here within the Bitcoin charts. I think what's very, very important, I know it's important, that when you're looking at stuff like trend lines, to be using that of a logarithmic price settings, especially, and definitely when you're using very good X moves. We can see just from this low to this high, I mean, we're close to 20,000 with a low above 4,000. Yeah, we're looking at like a 4x move from high to low. And when those numbers get big, the log charts are more certainly needed. If I take the log off, that's what it looks like without the log scale. And that's what it looks like with the log scale on. They're going to look different. Markets move as the logarithmic settings are designed exponentially. As a move from like 50 to, say, 100, which is double, it's not as big as a move from like 1,500 to like 1,500 and like 50, which is the same $50 move. Anyway, trend line number one. I'm looking to connect key highs. And in this case, I'm looking to connect the highs within this move and this move. And what's obvious is that the trend line's been broken, however you want to look at it. But what I've done is I've taken this and I've taken an image on that of, from paint, and I put it into paint. And then from there, I can put a straight trend line in. And within it, this is what we have. A situation in connecting the key points. So therefore we have, yellow just does not work. So let's change that color in blue, I suppose. So hit once, hit a few times in here, and then we can see it supporting this level. And you expect a concise move to next level if you break the trend line. It's not going up at a very large rate of ascent, even though you might think it is. But, I mean, this is the move, but a clear break, and it's having a clear higher level or higher price, much higher than where the trend line is. So yeah, a clear move wherever the resistance happens to go to. We'll come back later and show, are we at an area where we should be facing resistance? Short answer is not quite. It's going to be, should have a little bit of a leg room left higher within this time frame. That is trend line 1 of 3. Let's go to the second one. And we're going to go back to what's in within this, and it's a more shorter term one. How about all of these highs in here? And what we can do is shorten the time frame out, maybe go to the 4 hour. There's 24 hours in a day, so we now get 6 candles that represent the day. We can see so many highs that have been hit. We have this one, we have these highs, and these highs. So where does this stand up as far as the trend line is concerned? Again, I've already done an image made already for this one, and let's bring it up. And in such for this, right at that line, but many, many times this has been hit, as we have 1, 2, it didn't quite make it here, but it did for the third time here. 4th pullback, and I guess this is now number 5, or collectively this is 4, collectively. It's still yet to break above it, but heck, if it does, we could possibly see some significant upside move that could come into play within it, but that's number 2. Let's see if we can find some other ones, and I found one more, so let's go get it. It's a more longer term one. So within it, we got like with the weekly chart. I mean, what about downtrend line broken? We got this uptrend line in here, and with what I'm going to be talking about later, you can use the information that I'm talking about later to get an uptrend line within support for resistance. That is, but the uptrend line that I really want to focus on has only been 2-time hit level. Point A, point B, and where do we stand now? Point A is this high. Point B is this one. I mean, I have to like expand the chart, and I mean, of course, we're going to be well above. We have a long ways to go to get to, but where would we be for that price right now? And within connecting these two, I can see right now as we stand that the if I just draw a line up here, it's noticeably above 80,000 now, and it's not going to take too much time before it might be would be closer to 400,000, or well, like 200,000. So this would most certainly be on any type of long-term extension, be something that you're looking at even before anything even starts, you guys, if you have a good move. Point A high, you have a correction. When you have a correction, you're going to be well extended, as we can see from a situation like this. I'll use a red color here this time, but we have from here to here. You're well extended. Here to here. And then it gets to it at this point to resist it. And then we're at this low here with the resistance line here, and then currently now, of course, well below that line. So any significant move, I mean, we got a long ways to go. If you think the market's overextended in any move, like right now at 18,000, we're at 30,000, I'd beg to differ. What I like about trend lines, I think is very important, is if you can, and you can do this when you're either drawing a support or resistance, but do the opposite. Meaning, what I like to do, and I do this in like Paint and any other programs where you have the same sort of utilities to do such, just draw, what I do, I put the line, I'm going to draw a line over it like this, then I can move it. So I can take this and I move it down towards here. So you can draw, and then you can see how, hey man, this support has been working out very well. And until you're in the channel, well, you're going to be in the channel, and breaking down below support means you can start to talk about a market going neutral or negative or down kind of deal. And breaking out above a resistance one, which we've seen in the first example, well, you should continue. A lot of times if you don't pierce above it and just fall back, you're going to sometimes have a significant good move there after that. So let's go back to the first one and do the same example. We'll take the trend line. And we'll go like this, draw a straight line. Oh, that's pretty much like an exact one. And then we can see just how well we can just connect the lines, because we can see that support is now, this was the range in which the highest and lowest prices would trade within the uptrend angle. Now, I have to take this a step furthermore for finding support and resistance, in this case, resistance with the break of the uptrend line. So what I'll do is I'll highlight a portion of this. I'll just highlight like this even. And I'll copy it. Now I'll paste it back on the screen, and what I'll do is I'll just match that line like that. Now what I've got done is I've created the exact rate of ascent differential from the lines. So I can now draw another line over just one of these like this again. That's definitely not matching, but close enough. But I'm going to make it, there we go, definitely not matching again. There we go. And then move it. Okay, that didn't work, so we do it again. And I find it very fascinating how often these levels have historically worked. And again, like I said, short answer from the start of this video. To me, it looks like we're pretty much there, but just a little bit of up room before we hit another resistance point. If it breaks that, you pretty much do the same thing again. You just put another line here, and then you just draw up on top here, and so on and so forth. And then the final one that I did, let's just finish this one off too. And then just find the area. Do we find something that matches within the support? And well, you know what? I kind of think so. Yeah. See, I've got the rate of ascent line that it's got. And if you have it right now, it looks most favorable. And it normally is favored to break to the downside, but it's looking more favorable to break to the upside. Normally, when a trend line like this, you usually break it. Uptrend breaks down, downtrend breaks up. Especially when rates of ascent are extreme, like this one is pretty high. I'm not going to say it's extreme, but I'm definitely going to say it's high. So then if it's going to be a break, I'd do something like that. And then the next level of resistance would be wherever this line would go. I'm not going to draw it in, but just showing the idea of how I do it. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.